is good, y'all. It is HB punching profit. Let's check this out real quick. Got a trade playing out. Playing it safe for now. Just debating whether I want to aim for 50 points. I could take partial if I set it up. It's very high resistant. When we get high resistance, I don't like to sit in two trades. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to take big profit targets. I take what the market gives me. See profit, take profit. So I'm aiming for roughly about 25 points from the entry as opposed to 50, what I usually aim for. Like I said, high resistant day. I am trading in the higher time frame trend. So it might not be a terrible idea to aim for 50 points, but like I said, play it safe. Play it safe, man. See profit, take profit. And when you get these complicated days like this or where price action isn't clean, just take what it gives you. All right, this is the easy target we're aiming for. So, lots to discuss in terms of this type of week we're trading. It's an election week. Obviously, we're not going to deal with this frequently, but it still kind of applies in the sense that I don't know, maybe a terrorist attack happens, God forbid, or some sort of news event that it's gonna not alter your signals. Your signals can still be reliable, but you're gonna have to understand you're gonna have to use more discretion and hedge the way you trade and make certain adjustments and I guess bargain with your confluences, right? So we're pushing up, and usually when we get this type of choppy price action, I want to get in with the higher time frame trend, which is pushing up, and the news, big major news events. Trump won, he's pushing the market up. I don't want to try to fight that. Okay, and once again, use some logic, folks. Use some simple logic. Do you really want to try to catch a big reversal to the downside when you have this type of major news event? No, you don't. Okay, so this week it's going to be tricky. Okay, it's going to be tricky. Maybe tomorrow we'll get back to normal and the day after that. But this week in general is going to be a complicated week, right? So we have to understand that. And when the market wants to take one direction, for whatever reason that may be, in this case, a news event, then don't fight that. You can find your signals, but do it with the higher time frame trend, okay? Do it with the higher time frame trend, which we are doing. Now, we've had signals on the way up. I actually took a L. I think it was in this right here, this move right here. Okay, I decided to take a chance, even though we're moving up, up, up. Okay, decided to take a chance. Boom, it didn't work out. Got stopped out. Right, that's okay. Didn't over leverage. You over leverage, you're screwed. Especially in such circumstances like this, you're screwed. Okay, looks like we're gonna get our profit target. Now, like I said, when you get these types of rangy type of markets, I usually aim for the candle body high, not the wick, even though there's a good chance. That's annoying. That's really annoying. I'm just gonna get at. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of that because I don't want to deal. Okay, on my other account, it tapped me in, so that trade played out. So about $366. Let's see on this account, about $350. Not bad. Okay, and you know, we did have somewhat of a reversal signal in here, so I'm respecting that. That's why I only aimed for the candle body high because there's a good chance, there is a possible chance that it could come back and retrace back. Okay, because we did get a reversal signal in this, but I noticed it's very high resistance. I already took a L earlier today, so what that indicates to me, looking for a big reversal to the downside is not going to be favorable conditions. Okay, so I want to put myself in the direction of the higher time frame trend. okay, which was right here. We got an inversion to the upside right around here. I'm going to play it for the easy pickings, which is the candle body high, because there's definitely a chance we could just chop in this zone for a while, go up and down and up and down. And that's why I took my profit right here at the candle body high. There is a chance we could go back down. Now I could sell up here, but I don't like these market conditions. Okay, could sell up when we hit this candle body high. That's also where you can take a reversal for 15 points, but I do not want to trade against the higher time frame trend. There was also another trade that I took here to recover from my loss, I believe over here. I said, okay, well, I took a loss trying to catch a reversal. The major news event wants to push higher and higher and higher, so I'm not going to trade against that. I'm going to wait for a signal to the upside. So you get your major news event, and this applies to both. You get your major news event, you get your advanced market structure shift, or I'm sorry, you get your inversion. Okay, you get your advanced market structure shift, and we're probably gonna have to add the stop in there, and you get your 50, or in this here you got your 50 points. But we'll do candle body high, because if you're starting with this strategy, okay, to the high or low of the candle body. So we'll mark this up, clean it up a little bit more. Over here is right here. We barely tapped into it, and we might run higher because, like I said, we're in the direction of the higher time frame trend, but not in the mood to play that game. Okay, and over here we got tapped in. We'll put that like at 14. TP at candle body high. Okay, and had inversion, had advanced market structure shift. I want to say, which is right here. I don't know why that guy's on in the background. Okay, so these both apply. Okay, 3, and we're probably gonna have to use an inversion entry. Bear with me for a second. We'll have a clean breakdown. This is just a live execution entry. So 3 is gonna be we'll put that as 4. 4. Boom. Clean that up. By another text box. 3. Alright, that's our stop. Stop loss. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over this real quick. This applies to both setups, and I'll just have them pointed out right here. Setup 1, and then we'll have, or let's see, boom. I don't know if this makes sense to you guys, but whatever. Change that to gray, light gray, light gray. Okay, so let's check it out. And we'll put one more thing and we'll be done. Okay, so one major news event, like I said, election, and you know what, might as well put that in there because this is okay. Okay, major news event, election. Oh gosh, market. I said market. There we go. Okay, major news event, election, market to the moon. It's just pushing up from the Trump victory. Okay, so we're not playing some sort of higher time frame PD array as it dips down, right? So what we're doing is we're replacing that one confluence with that major news event. Two, we get an inversion as you see in here, bearish fair value gap, bullish fair value gap. Okay, so that's our entry roughly in this purple area for setup one. Same here, we have a bearish fair value gap right here. Okay, or I'm sorry, we have a bearish fair value gap in here, and we have a bullish fair value gap in here, roughly where your entry is. Now, how do we identify when the market is done consolidate or is just consolidating and it's getting ready to push back up? Because there's lots of different areas you can play. Well, when you get your reversal signals that you would typically use on an ordinary day, and if you manage your risk and you get stopped out, okay, say from, okay, scratch that. I don't want to bring that up. That's just going to confuse you guys. Look, when you start consolidating like this, you get your signals, but you get stopped out for whatever reason, or you see that the market is just chopping up. It's not moving quickly, high resistant, okay, to your target of 50 points. That's when you have to start saying, okay, the market's not moving where I need it to move, or maybe you put a tighter stop loss at the inversion, that the signal that you get, the inversion. Okay, then you exit out. Okay, you wait for an inversion to the upside. Okay, stop loss will be at the low, and I'll show you how to find a good stop loss. See, this is kind of hard to explain because there's the whole initial signal that you have to take into consideration. Okay, stop loss would go there. So major news event, you find the inversion back to the upside. Okay, you put your stop loss at the low. 4, advanced market structure shift for extra confirmation. You're not going to wait to get in there. That's just going to give you more confidence that this thing is going to run in your direction. 5, you take it to the high or low if it's the vice versa situation of the candle body. Boom, we hit it. When you're in the direction of the higher time frame, it's probably going to push past that, right? But you have to understand that sometimes it's going to chop. So you might as well just take your profits and be done with it in a day like this. You don't want to make it more complicated. Now, where I'm getting you guys a little confused in what I was explaining is, how do I identify that this choppy zone is where I should be looking for that inversion, okay, to the upside? Well, like I was saying earlier, if you look, let's see if we can find our signal that we would play on a ordinary day, to where we're looking for a reversal down to the downside or some big retracement. Let's see if we can find something. And I want to say this would be our signal. Okay. See if I can find something. So right here, I want to say this was inverted. Yes. Okay. And we're going to change that to orange. Okay, let's go up. Here's a bullish fair value gap right here, from here to here. And over here you have this massive bearish fair value gap. They overlap each other. All right, so we'll put a green one right here. There's an imbalance in this, so we're going to take that in consideration. We're going to make that one green, and then we're going to make this one red. Okay, there's an overlap, as you see. Orange just indicates that's the zone in which the inversion happened. So if this is an ordinary day, you know, this is not a clean A plus setup, but we're going to take a sell here, right? I took mine right here. I got stopped out, so I was like, okay, I'm going to stop looking for retracements down or some big bearish move. I'm going to wait for my signal. Okay, we get the signal. It's not clear. I'm not going to sell here. What I'm going to do is use it as a confluence to give me to look for a buy when we get an inversion to the upside. So this gave me the indication that this range I'm going to play and look for my reversal signal, okay, to the upside. So it gave me that. So let's erase the bearish and the bullish fair value gap so we don't have too much crap on the chart. Okay, so that was my first confluence. Okay, take into consideration that the market is blasting off. Okay, boom, we get our original signal, but we're not looking to sell in these unique circumstances with a major news event that's pushing the market in one direction. So what do? Okay, we don't take a sell, we wait. Okay, boom, we push down and we get this bearish fair value gap, which I'll mark up for you right here. Boom. And then we also get this bullish fair value gap that overlaps. Okay, turn that green just so you can see where it happened. The purple zone is where the inversion occurred. This is where we enter. Okay. Boom, we enter, we take the candle body high. Or you can ride it, try to ride it for 50 points. This one may ride for 50 points. Like I said, I don't like holding trades in these conditions because they chop and it's slow. I'm impatient. That messes with my mindset. Okay, so I just take what the market gives me. Still got $300 on multiple accounts. It's not a terrible day. Okay, it's more than some people make in a week, believe it or not. Okay, so when you get this inversion, you get this advanced market structure shift to give you more confirmation. Okay, yes, we retrace back down, no big deal. We move up for 50 points from the inversion. You got about 25, not quite, but about 25 at the candle body high. If you wanted to play the 50, you could have. Right there, you got it. Okay, so that's that. So what happened with this move? You get this big bearish move down. We don't catch our reversal signal, okay, till we get down here, right? This purple zone, I want you to pay attention. A lot happening in this purple zone of this price leg. Okay, so first, I'm just seeing if we're going to have another move down. The market's getting ready to reverse or not. And let me notate that real quick. Boom. There's a bullish fair value gap because there's a volume imbalance in here. See if the market wants to push further down. But let's get back to our notes. Okay, you have a bullish fair value gap here. Let's look at the volume imbalances. There's a volume imbalance right here. So yes, we have a gap, small one, and it overlaps, okay, with this small little, the devil's in the details. It's like that. And it overlaps with this bearish fair value gap. So once again, we get a signal to sell, right? But once again, take into consideration major news events. We want to be trading and looking for our signal with the higher time frame. We don't want to trade against this rocket that's blasting off, and this one's probably going for 50. So that would be the 50 target, okay, if you weren't so modest, okay? But we get our sell signal. We know the market wants to push up. It's very choppy. There's no convincing move to the downside, right? And yeah, it looks like we hit our 50 points if we held on to it. Okay, so we know now this block right here, this consolidation block, we're going to be looking for an inversion to the upside, right? So we wait, we get one here. There's a bearish fair value gap here. You could have played this one, okay? And what you could have done is entered. Let's put it out there. There was a bearish fair value gap here. Okay, and there was a bullish fair value gap right here that overlapped it. Turn that green. So right here we get our signal to enter. You could have entered anywhere within this overlap. Okay, so you enter, right? Where do I put my stop? Because if I entered here and I put my stop at this low, I would have gotten stopped out. You're not putting it at the low. What you're doing is this, okay? You look for that initial signal, which is in this purple zone where you inverted. Right here, okay, you're going to measure from that original sell signal, okay, 25 points, which would be down here, okay. Your stop will be at 25 points. Once you invert again, you can put your stop a little bit higher. Okay, entry right here, you get your 50 points, okay. Very complicating to explain, but I'm trying to give y'all the nitty-gritty details. It's not easy to, because it's very choppy. It's not clean to see what's all happening. And I'm trying to show you these inversions because this is where the critical money is at. You know, this is how you make money, but it's not clean to see this stuff. It's nitty-gritty details you have to look into. So once again, you got your sell signal. You're not looking for sells though. This is just going to give you the confidence to say, okay, well, I'll look for a setup to the upside because of the major news event. The sell signal comes, this block is going to chop up and down. I'll just wait for my buy signal. Okay, so over here, if I measured where the inversion happened for the sell signal, okay, in this zone, I measure 25 points. Boom, right there, right? You're safe. It comes down, you're safe. When you invert again, or you do your first inversion, okay, you can move your stop up, but have it at 25 points from where you get your second sell signal. 24, 25. So this one originally was a little bit lower. Okay, this one, where do you get your first sell signal in this block of price? Right around here, all right, in this purple zone. Measure 25 points. That's where your stop's initially going to be. You get your inversion back up. Okay, and your advanced market structure shift, start moving that up. Now, when you get that advanced market structure shift, that gives you the clear to move your stop up from 25 points, right? Okay, so you get that advanced market structure shift, it's safe to move it up from 25 points to the new low, the short-term low, and boom, there you go. Usually you can run it for 50 points. I don't like to in these conditions because sometimes the market can chop up inside, you know, these zones a few times. It could come back down. Ultimately it will go back up, but I don't like sitting through that. Okay, so I will break this down in a clear setup. I apologize. This was mostly for the live execution. I was trying to do both in one session, which was pretty pointless because I should just clean everything up and break it down in a separate video. I'll have the executions and the breakdowns in two separate videos, so don't worry about it. This is HB Punch and Profit. Another good day of trading on live accounts, funded accounts with my funded futures. Get at me.